Good morning, we have a new balance patch and it's a big one because it's the anniversary balance patch happening. If I sound different today, it's because I'm currently in a hotel using a different mic and I legit have no idea what this mic sounds like, but doesn't matter. I will be back on Monday, so also Latios, I will try to play at least 2 or 3 games tomorrow from my hotel, and if that doesn't happen, then everything will happen on Monday. So let's try, let's go into it. We have Charizard. First, of course, Charizard is getting a buff, has a treasure skin, right? So Charizard skin was or Charizard buffs were to be expected for the holoware, but doesn't matter what, Charizard deserves a buff regardless. We have more defense, more special defense, pretty good for Fire Punch, because you have to go in, right? Then we have base attack, additional damage to burned opponents, burst flame no change, and flamethrower and Fire Punch are increasing by 100%. So if you hit the enemies, which is already quite right now, right? If you hit flamethrower Fire Punch on someone, your basic attack's increased, but they increase this even further. But they don't do it for its Unite move. Its Unite move, I mean, Charizard's Unite move is scary. You should never buff it, right? That's the thing that makes Charizard still playable somewhat, is that it can just Unite move someone and be very powerful in teamfights. The problem is that Charizard is currently only a teamfight bot or Unite move bot. Outside of its Unite move, it's so bad, and that's why they're buffing other things. We also have Flamethrower with a damage increase by 10%, which, yeah, I mean, sure, and Flamethrower plus burn damage with a 20% increase. I'm surprised they buff Flamethrower though, and not Fire Punch, which I feel like is a bit more struggling of a move. And you know, Fire Punch is a bit more the all-rounder move, so it would fit a bit more to buff that instead. Okay, let me get this into view. I only have one monitor, so it's also a bit annoying. We have a Gyarados getting a defense and special defense buffed. Gyarados was, I mean, he was okay one patch now. I preferred Waterfall and Rank Breath currently, with Potion, felt actually pretty strong. But they're buffing the bounce shield duration by 2 seconds. I don't think that matters at all, because your bounce shield is going to be gone the moment you jump in. There's so much damage in the game, doesn't really matter. Aqua Tail damage increased by 18%. Now the funny part is, in China, they already reworked Aqua Tail, and I'm confused why they don't just put this over here and see what happens with it as well, right? Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, Aqua Tail, 18% damage increase. I'm definitely going to give it a try. It can be fun. Just CC kinda runes it. An Aqua Tail plus base damage increased by 8%, and damage based on the opponent's missing HP from 15 to 20%. So that actually does a lot of damage. It is kinda scary. Aqua Tail does already a lot of damage. It's just very awkward to play, and that's the biggest issue. And now we have one of the big changes. This is something that happened in China, and finally the first thing that they reworked is also coming to our version, which is Ho-Oh. Fly is reworked to Sacred Fire, and it now has a 4-second higher cooldown, but you can first shoot a Mystical Fire of great intensity at the designated area, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits, leaving them burnt and unable to act. So you just have a stun on it now. You have an AoE stun, and then Ho flies up. For a short time, the user flies into the air, allowing it to move freely over walls, increasing its move speed and attack, so pretty much like Fly. It's Fly, but Fly now has a additional ability before you fly up. So again, you shoot a big flame at a location, you stun, and then you fly up, and then it's pretty much Fly like we had it before, where you get boost auto attacks, and you can also flamethrower in the sky. So that is pretty strong, and I think that's going to make Ho definitely much more fun to play. Definitely feel like Ho was always missing a bit of punch or something exciting. And then we also have Fire Spin getting a damage decrease, but the added effect, the immediate heat wave, now makes opponents unable to act. Okay, I mean, Ho's issue as a defender was it had no CC. Now it has CC, now it can be played as a defender more often, right? That's funny part. Ho is a defender, but it really could not be played like a frontline. Every time you had Ho in your team alone, you had no CC in your frontline, which in Unite is difficult, very difficult. You need CC, there's so much CC in the game. So if you don't have it as a frontline Pokemon, it is weird to play. Very weird. So now Ho can be picked as a main defender Pokemon. Maybe even, you know, XP share, definitely viable, and you just stun. You can maybe play Sacred Fire and Fire Spin in the same build, which before... Did you ever play Fly and Fire Spin? Not really, right? No, you didn't really. You played Flamethrower Fire Spin, or you played Sky Attack Flamethrower, or you played... No, wait, no. You played Sky Attack Fire Spin, Fly Flamethrower, or Fire Spin Flamethrower. Fly and Fire Spin is the only build you never played. So now, maybe that could be fun. A bit more stunning. Right, a bit more stuns. So now we have Gardevoir getting HP, defense, and special defense buff. I'm not sure why Gardevoir is getting buffed, but okay. Psycho getting a special defense reduction from 25 to 30%. And Moonblast getting a shield increase on the plus version. Okay, this again, this. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Because you literally see just Timmy rolling a dice. First they rolled a dice for God of War. They rolled a dice to see which moves are getting buffed. And they landed on Psyshock and Moonblast Plus. Because these buffs, they make no sense. I don't get it. Really. But sure. Whatever makes them happy, I guess. So God of War getting a buff. On the best build as well. Psyshock Moonblast is God of War's best moveset, right? For a long time already now. And they just buff its best moveset, so that's a bit confusing. But that's just where Timmy rolled the dice, you know? You gotta see, you know, gotta believe in the die. You're gonna believe in it. Then we have a Crussel getting more special defense and defense. And also the bug, or the Rock Tomb bug is fixed. So on the last patch, you could actually move through Rock Tomb sometimes. That also got fixed. Slowbro getting a buff. Help. More HP. Water gun move speed decrease on self is lower. Surf move speed decrease on opponents is higher. And Sky getting a 10% damage increase. Alright, we just buffed Slowbro. Okay. I mean, those are minor buffs, but still, right? I don't know if you have to buff Slowbro. Let's see, is that for the buffs? No, I think now it's some buffs and nerfs at the same time. We have first Snorlax getting more defense, more special defense. Tekka is getting a damage decrease, which I think is fair. It just does too much early game. It's very, very difficult to play against Snorlax. Heavy Slam getting a 20% damage decrease. 20% damage decrease on Heavy Slam. Okay, so if you don't know, in the latest tournament, Snorlax was one of the highest, or the highest picked defender Pokemon with Heavy Slam and Block. So I guess Timmy just saw that and was like, yeah, okay, we're nerfing Snorlax. Heavy Slam damage. Okay, sure. And Flail getting a half a second cooldown nerf. Which, I mean, I think Flail is too strong right now. Flail block with a full HP build is absolutely disgusting. And, I mean, Flail does deserve a nerf, for sure. Creamy, the current best Pokemon in the entire game, getting now its nerf. We have Decorate, half a second more cooldown, effect duration reduced by 2%, and also the shield amount by 25% decrease. So Decorate getting hit very hard with three things at the same time. Gleam getting a 12% damage decrease. And Unite move also Fluffy Cream Supreme getting a shield amount reduced when Creamy presses Unite. I think these nerfs are fair. I don't think they're too harsh either. It doesn't just kill the Pokemon completely. Sweet Scent is untouched as well. The healing move is untouched, so I do think this seems fair. For now, we'll see. Might still be top tier, right? Doesn't matter what. Anyways, Serena, buff and nerf. We're nerfing Triple X and we're buffing Stomp, and we're nerfing its Unite move. Okay, the dice have spoken, guys. Just listen to the dice, okay? Or what again? It's die, right? The plural of dice is die. I'm not sure. Something along those lines. Anyways, the dice, or the die, whatever you want to call it, have spoken, and we're getting a Triple X a nerf, a Stomp a buff, which makes me happy. I like Stomp much more than Triple X personally, and a Unite move nerf. All right, not much to say there. Off to the next Pokemon. Clefable, Moonlight half second nerf, and also Unite move takes more energy. I think it's good. Clefable is super annoying to play against. I wish they would nerf Gravity or change Gravity a bit. But Moonlight definitely heals a bit too much. On top of Gravity, just denying a lot. Garchomp. The Garchomp is getting nerfed? No, I just liked playing Ground Garchomp and then nerf Ground. Is it my fault for saying I like Ground Garchomp now? Is it my fault? Dig getting a throw duration decrease. Earthquake getting a damage decrease. Earthquake getting it already does no damage. Earthquake doesn't even do damage, Timmy. What are you doing? Dranclaw getting a 10% damage decrease, and also Bulldoze getting a damage decrease. I don't know, man. Complete nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. Off to the Cinderace. Cinderace, Blaze Kick, half a second more cooldown, and attack speed decreased on Blaze Kick Plus. I mean, it had a very high win rate, actually. Surprisingly, Blaze Kick and Feint had a 56-55% win rate. So it's not even surprising Cinderace is getting nerfed, honestly. Not surprising. Inteleon. Now, Inteleon, I think, looks a bit of a bigger change. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Let me get on the screen. We have now. So the crit counters are reduced on evolution stages. So Sobble only has 1 crit counter, and Drizzile has 2. And Inteleon, of course, still has 3. That's a good change. I do like this one. Sobble can be way too strong early game. It's so difficult to lane against. And that makes it much more fair. But also, no, that definitely makes it probably more fair, for sure. Also Drizzile, I mean, that doesn't matter, because you do Face Stinger on level 5, right, when you Drizzile, and you just have 2 stacks up. You can only get 2 stacks from Face Stinger. That doesn't really matter. The one that matters is Sobble. But yeah. Face Stinger changed to be able to interrupt movement with a strong hindrance effect. So currently, Face Stinger can pretty much get out of any CC. If you just Face Stinger at the same time the CC hits you, you still fly to a wall. And I think this is what they're trying to stop from happening now. Snipe Shot getting a 5% damage decrease, and Acrobatics so getting a 15% increase in damage, and cooldown reduction for liquidation from 2 seconds to 40% of cooldown to approximately 2.4 seconds. Okay. So we can try some Acrobatics and liquidation again. I mean, it's not that big of a buff, I guess, for Acrobatics. You don't really use it for damage, right? There's also that they just give things damage that doesn't... that those things don't even do damage. They're not used for damage, right? This just... man, I wish I could balance this game sometimes. Because this is... they're always so uninspiring. It doesn't feel like they play the game actively. It's always a bit sad, not gonna lie. Psyduck getting a nerf. Psychic area effect from 2 meters to 1.7 radius on Psychic. It's also it's not Psyshock, right? It's Psychic, but it doesn't matter. Surf, time until the second stage can be used from 0.4 to 0.6. Okay, that makes it a bit harder for Surf to be chain CC'd. Those are good nerfs for Psyduck. Psyduck is still so painful. It's just a difficult design Pokemon. Very difficult. And Hooper, Phantom Force, time remaining until the second use, 5 seconds to 3.5. Okay. Sure. Whatever to me. Whatever makes you happy. Well, for an anniversary patch, I mean, we did get some interesting things like Ho-Oh. And besides that, yeah. U-Impact. I don't even know what this means. Or U-Impact? Because I don't get it to me. I don't get the wordplay. I don't get it. But sure. So obviously, they even put the Charizard solo wear into this picture right here, because they want to sell it, of course. And then buffing Charizard. So the Charizard buff is interesting, Hope buff is interesting. Besides that, yeah, I mean, it's a solid... I mean, I like this nerf a lot. This nerf is good. Inteleon nerf is good. This is a complete joke. This is a complete... and this is fine. This is a complete joke. This is fine. I mean, it's maybe like a 6 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. About this patch. What do you rate it? And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.